What's up, guys? Welcome back to Daddy Dimes Radio. We're starting it off with the NBA.
All right, guys, what are your thoughts on the Donovan Mitchell trade? Traded this Thursday to the Cavaliers after the wait out so long with possible trade talks with the Knicks. Um, but the Knicks were not willing to give up RJ Barrett, and the Cavs waited this out and did things exactly how they wanted to. Some people disagree if it was a smart move to trade for Mitchell or not. And even though they were likely going to give up Sexton, was it worth giving up not just Sexton, but all those draft picks being the main part of it to get Mitchell? Are they ready to win now with this roster? Of course, it looks scary, but will they fit together with that core of Garland, Mitchell, Mobley, and Allen? What are your thoughts, Levi?
Sure.
What do you mean by sure?
They're gonna be good.
What kind of range do you think they can contend with a team like the Bucks or the Celtics?
They're gonna suck compared to the Bucks.
I think they can also compete with the Bucks because with the Bucks, if you shut down Giannis, I mean, they become a much weaker team.
Do.
They have Evan Mobley and Jarrett Allen, which means they should be able to shut down Giannis better. I'm not saying they're going to shut him down completely. He's still going to put up 20, but they can shut him down better than any other team in the NBA. And then they have the scoring of Garland and Mitchell in the backcourt, plus another great defender at the wing position with Isaac Okoro and a great sixth man in Karis LeVert. So they have a lot of depth too. Kevin Love coming off the bench, Ricky Rubio as a backup point guard who they missed for most of the season this past year when they failed to make the playoffs in the play-in tournament. I think they'll finish about 4 seed, possibly make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, but I think that's the farthest they go. But it'd be a great defensive battle to see them go up against the Milwaukee Bucks for sure, and another great defensive team, the Boston Celtics, who again will likely be even better this year too, as they keep all their core and add Malcolm Brogdon to either be a starter or one of the best 6 men in the league, most likely. So guys, this is going to be a little bit of a shorter episode, and then we're going to go to a live commentary of the LSU Florida State game, which we're a little bit late to get going here, so it's already going on. Some of you might be watching that, but we'll just go over a few minutes of the game and analyze what's going on between two unranked teams that could make it in that top 25 with some promise, although it's going to be much harder for LSU with that much harder SEC conference. But let's go over the MLB real quick with some history chasers. As Aaron Judge currently has 53 dingers, which puts him on pace to beat Roger Maris's, his fellow Yankee, 61 homers, as he is on pace for 64 currently, which, of course, he's on pace. He's not guaranteed to get that. But I truly believe that he will get 64 or above. Levi, what do you think about Aaron Judge?
I think that he will get 55.
You think 2 more for that season, which is definitely possible. I mean, home runs are crazy to hit. And the guy we're about to talk about here in a minute, Paul Goldschmidt, who's trying to win that Triple Crown for the first time since Miguel Cabrera. And before Miguel Cabrera, it hadn't been won since the 1960s. Probably the greatest feat in baseball to win the Triple Crown. And Paul Goldschmidt is about to make it back-to-back first baseman if he's able to pull this off. But in the National League, Kyle Schwarber has 36 dingers to lead them, with Paul Goldschmidt chasing him 3 homers behind at 33 to try and secure that to help him win that Triple Crown, which Schwarber's 36 is almost 20 less than Judge's 53. Goldschmidt leads the NL with a .332 batting average, which he should be a lock to win if he continues hitting at this pace with not too much left in the season. And just Freddie Freeman and Jeff McNeil, the only ones in the game behind him. And he's currently tied with Pete Alonso with 105 RBI, which I think could be huge because I think Schwarber could easily go the rest of the season without hitting a homer, and Goldschmidt can hit 3. But I don't know if he can outpace Alonso with 105 RBI. Then let's go ahead and, of course, football season is finally here. And we got a little bit of a college football recap from yesterday's games. There's a lot of fun ones with another one tonight. And then tomorrow, Clemson takes on Georgia Tech, which will likely be a blowout. But nonetheless, it's football. It's here. Ohio State beat Notre Dame 21-10 in a methodical second half victory for them. Great game on the ground, and C.J. Stroud made a bunch of accurate, clean throws. And he's my Heisman pick this year over Bryce Young. Levi, anything else to say on that game?
No.
Georgia, surprisingly, I did think they'd blow out Oregon. I think it wasn't going to be as close as a lot of people were thinking. But blowing them out 49-3 is just absolutely absurd in a matchup between two top 15 teams. Any thoughts on that game?
Oregon is going to lose a lot of games.
I think they're in like the weakest Power 5 conference, you know what I mean, in the Pac-12. But USC is going to be very dangerous this year. Washington could possibly be good. And Bo Nix just didn't look like he had it yesterday. Oregon's new quarterback transfer looking to become the next Justin Herbert from the Oregon Ducks.
Next, Florida beats Utah 29-26 with a game-sealing interception in the end zone with less than 20 seconds left.
Yeah, and you can ask Levi. I called this interception when Utah was at about the 30-yard line. I called there was going to be an interception in the next couple plays, and about 4 plays later, I think it was, they throw this interception in an even more important spot than I thought, with the Florida defender catching it in the end zone. North Carolina State avoids the East Carolina upset with their 21-20 victory, capitalizing on East Carolina's missed extra point, which you know is going to haunt that kicker for the rest of his life, almost beating a top 15 nationally ranked team, but he missed the extra point.
Arkansas beat Cincinnati 31-24 after many chances were thrown away by the Bearcats.
Yeah, Cincinnati missed 2 extra points, I think, or maybe it was an extra point and a field goal. I can't remember, but I know they missed 2 kicks. They had a lot of miscues by Ben Bryant at quarterback, who started his career at Cincinnati backing up Desmond Ridder, transferred out to, I think it was Central Michigan, something like that. Now he's back in Cincinnati as the starting quarterback, but he's competing with the sophomore Prater. And then Houston beat the University of Texas San Antonio 37-35 in triple overtime to avoid the upset. They got a huge 2-point conversion to go up by 2 with the new, college football format with the 2-point conversions they've had the past few years. And Houston's coming to play KU next, so they'll be playing a Power 5 team. And a top 25 ranked Houston, they play like that against Kansas. Even as weak as KU is, they could still get beat. Any thoughts on Houston's game?
I think Houston should have easily won that game, but since they're playing KU, one of the worst football teams ever, they should destroy them if they play good.
Speaking of the best team ever, KU's not such a worthy opponent for this glorified team. Kansas State beat South Dakota 34-0 yesterday in a promising victory to warm us up before we destroy Missouri next week to kick off our season against a real team. Real excited for that. We got a lot of promise with Nebraska transfer Adrian Martinez, one of the best running backs in college football, Deuce Vaughn, Malik Knowles at wideout, and of course, one of the best defenses in the Big 12.
Moving on to NFL, we're doing the Survivor game with our dad, week 1.
Yeah, so if you guys don't know what the Survivor game is, basically each week of the NFL season before the games, you pick one game and who's going to win that. And then, for example, if you wanted to do the Rams versus Bills game on Thursday, which wouldn't really be smart because that's going to be a really close game. you want to pick games that you think the teams are going to win easily, but not necessarily too easily, because once you pick a team to win, you can't pick them for the rest of the season. So, for example, if you pick the Bucks to beat the Jets, that's not the smartest, because then you waste one of the best teams, the Buccaneers, on an almost guaranteed victory. So you don't want it to be too easy. But here's our week 1 picks. Levi, you can go ahead and say yours.
I picked the 49ers over the Bears.
Yeah, it definitely should be a 49ers victory if Trey Lance comes through. But with Jimmy G returning to the team, they do have him as a backup if Lance implodes, which really hopefully doesn't happen, because I'm very excited for this young quarterback. And I know Levi, the 49ers fan, is too. I picked the Titans over the Giants because I think the Titans should easily win it unless Saquon goes back to its old self and completely carries them past. But the Titans have one of the best defenses in the NFL, and the Giants shouldn't be able to stop Derrick Henry. But the Titans also aren't the greatest team, and I could have possibly saved them. But week 1, you never know who's going to be the best. So you have to kind of go with a team who you know is going to be at least decent, like the Titans or the 49ers. And then our dad selected the Browns over the Panthers, which is probably definitely the riskiest pick of our 3, with Jacoby Brissett at QB for the Browns. But I do agree with it, unless Christian McCaffrey goes too crazy. Anyways, that's kind of wrap up our mini episode. Let's go ahead and just do a few minutes of Florida State LSU live commentary here for you guys. So give us just a second to pull it up here. All right, welcome back, guys. And we are on into this Florida State LSU game. 2 non-ranked opponents, but 2 teams that could be very, very solid this year. LSU's ball here. The game looks like we did not miss much. Looks like we're only 40 seconds in. 2nd and 10. LSU's QB with a solid run and some incredible juke moves. Levi's freaking out over here. That's Daniels, number 5. Levi, what are your thoughts on those juke moves?
That defender got exposed.
3rd and 1 now in the 9-yard pickup. A little bit of a Lamar Jackson out here.
And he got a good stiff arm.
Of course, there's Chip Kelly, new LSU coach, one of the greatest coaches of all time, looking to rebound his career and live up to the legacy of now retired LSU coach Ed Orgeron. Receiver in motion for the Tigers. They'll hand it off. Easy first down and more, down to the 7-yard line for the Tigers running back, 22.
It amazes me how fast they get up after taking a really hard shot to their knees.
Yesterday, too. I mean, they get hit by the forehead of the helmet, which is now not targeting, and they just get right back up.
It hurts.
Here we go. 1st and goal from about the 7 here. Daniels gets a snap.
They run it again, but he gets tripped up by his own offensive
Continues to run a little bit there as he tripped up. Nice continuation after the hit there. About a 2-yard pickup for 22 again.
What do you think they're going to run here? I need a prediction.
Play action pass. Play action pass.
Oh, yeah, you can see by the guy on the sideline. I think they're going to I want to say play action pass too, but
make it something different.
Another run.
2nd and goal from the 5. It's a wild snap all the way back to the 20, and Daniels falls on it about the 19-yard line, 3rd and goal. Horrible miscue there, and we'll never know what play they were going to run. Daniels has a talk over with his center.
My guess is that they're going to try to run an isolation with their best wide receiver in a solo corner, and if they don't get that, they're going to have to kick the field goal.
Yeah. Field goal, still very great on their first possession of the game here, though. We'll see if they can throw up a jump ball here, though. to the end zone without throwing an interception.
Their center, Garrett Dillinger. Guy who messed up that snap there.
Let's see if they can recover here. Looking like the Seminoles are going to blitz. They bring 6. Daniels escapes 1, but he's going to get sacked. Throws it out in time before he gets sacked. That could be intentional grounding. Doesn't look like there's going to be a flag. 4th and goal now from the 19. It's going to be a field goal kick, most likely for the Tigers here.
Are they going for it?
No, they're running off the field.
Oh, it looked like Daniels was heading towards the center of the field.
The Seminoles bring 6, and most of the Tigers pick them up, but then the last guy to get through is able to chase down Daniels on his scramble. And here comes Damian Ramos with his first career kicking attempt. A lot of pressure on here for this young kicker.
36-yard attempt here. Ball snapped. Dead center.
Great kick there for his first career kick. LSU up 3-0. And we will see you guys after the break.
Welcome back to the show, guys. Here we are kicking off with Steele Ramos.
I think that's the Florida State quarterback there on the sidelines. I think I read an article that he's supposed to be pretty good, so we'll see in action here in a minute.
Number 11 in the backfield. Look at that band. And the LSU fans standing next to him.
Here's the kick from Ramos. And it's going to be a touchback. Oh, there's Pittman out there on that special teams, brother of Michael Pittman Jr. on the Indianapolis Colts. And here's the quarterback, Jordan Travis.
A 6'1", 212-pounder with 15 starts and 1,368 rushing yards.
Leading Florida State all-time in rushing yards.
Pounds his chest and raises his hands. What you calling here? First play.
Run.
Run.
Looks like Pittman's brother cannot be the same as Mike because their quarterback is number 13. Kind of illegal in my opinion. Oh, he's a lefty.
PJ pass.
Oh, I have no clue what he's doing.
He tries to truck his own running back.
And that's just a not very smart run by Travis there on the QB keeper. 2nd and 10 here. No gain. Oh, I guess Florida State has already played a game. They're 1-0.
Who do you think was right there? I called pass, you called run.
I was right. It was a run play. It was a design run.
We didn't know that because he tried to hit stick his own running back.
Well, yeah, it looked like he might have been passing it, but he rolled out and
There's such thing as a rollout pass.
And it did end up being a run.
Called it.
Here's the handoff.
And he gets wrapped up, looks for a 3-yard gain.
2 yards.
No.
We'll see. Taking a while for them to show it. Oh, Levi was right. 3rd and 7 now for the Seminoles after a pretty weak start to the drive. Let's see if they can rebound here with probably a post over the middle.
Post corner.
Interesting.
On the exact opposite. What number is Pittman?
Empty backfield. I don't know. I don't even know if he starts. I'm pretty sure he's a wide receiver. But if he was on special teams, he might not be a starter. Unless they were using 2 returners because he was pretty far back. Over the middle, and it looks like probably a tight end there. 1st down for the Seminoles. Nice bullet pass from Travis.
For all we know, Michael Pittman's brother could be that QB who just got disowned.
Number 87, McDonald on the catch. What's so funny?
Nothing.
Receiver in motion.
Roll out pass. The lefty going right.
Travis over the middle, and it's a completion to number 14. He stays up. He breaks 1 tackle. Kind of trucked him. It's Pittman.
Number 4.
No, number 14.
Oh,
it is number 4. You're right. Wait, was Pittman 14 who came in late?
Yeah, number 14. My bad.
Okay, yeah.
Number 4 is the guy at the top.
Number 14 is Pittman, who must be a pretty good wide receiver then for the Florida State Seminoles. Trying to make it into the NFL with his brother, who I've seen his brother on it. Big run!
Oh, gets his foot taken.
Oh, there's a flag. Likely holding. Great run from number 8, Ward. What would you say, 30-yard gain almost on that one?
Yeah. Michael Pittman Jr., moving back to him. Great fantasy pick for you.
Yeah.
And you haven't. Has the deadline been yet?
No, you can draft during the season too.
Oh, really? I did not know that. Well, if you're doing a draft later, pick Michael Pittman.
I think it was holding. I wasn't really watching the screen, but they're showing the offensive line.
Holding.
And holding 75. They're clear holding that allowed Ward to get through the gap on the big run.
He almost spin moved him.
Mm-hmm. Probably could have just cut to the outside though.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter though because the holding. 1st and 20 now for Florida State at their own 48-yard line.
I'm calling it. It's going to Pittman.
No, it's going to be a run. Oh, it's a play-action keeper. Travis, plenty of running room.
Total.
And he gets the 1st down. About a 22, 23-yard gain from Travis.
Not the most beautiful slide.
Still, great run.
You think he's going to be like Joe Burrow, not really to slide?
Yeah. Probably if he makes it to the NFL. He's a junior. So he would be eligible to the draft if he's good enough. I really have no clue. But he still has another year if he's not NFL ready. Shows his stats there. He's 2 for 2 passing for 31 yards. 2 rush for, did that say 23?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because his other rush, he just got back to the line of scrimmage.
Looks like halfback. I was about to say fullback.
Yeah, I think it was Ward again. or maybe not.
No.
Different running back. Couldn't tell there.
Isn't that Ward back there?
Oh, yeah, I guess it was Ward. Or no,
No,
Toe Philly on the 4-yard gain. 2nd and 6 now for Florida State.
Lawrence Toffoli.
Sophomore weighing in at just 187 as a running back.
Weighs less than his QB.
They'll give it to him again. LSU read it, and after Toffoli breaks one tackle, he's brought down by the next guy.
For a 3-yard loss?
Something like that.
3 or 4. It's going to be 3 yards. Or it's going to
3rd and 10 now, 4-yard loss, and there's an LSU player down.
Looks to his left knee.
Number 0, Smith. This could be bad.
Smith?
Number 0, his name is Smith.
There can be a kid named Zero.
And we'll see you guys after the break. There's going to be an injury timeout.
Welcome back. Let's see how Zero Smith is looking.
Well, we're
At
not going to
Caesars
know.
Superdome.
Oh, looks like he might be going into the tent. It's hard to tell because we don't have the volume playing here. Oh, it was a non-contact injury there. You can see him jump into the air and run into the Florida State guy, and he's holding his left knee. Not looking good, and he is not back out in the field. Looks like they're showing his replacement here, number 92. And here we go, 3rd and 10. Big play for the Seminoles. They need this conversion because I think they're probably still out of field goal range here. We'll see. Yeah, probably out of field goal range unless they can get 7 or 8 yards here.
Oh, with the
LSU
blitz.
with the big blitz, but Travis
He's gotta
escapes
throw
it. Another one comes. Deep ball. Oh, great play by Travis to try and make something out of it.
Another
there's
injury?
Another LSU player holding their left knee. He's on a knee though. He might be lying down
Kenny
here.
needs surgery on a broken wrist. Karma.
Looks like there's another LSU player down for that defense. Number 18, and the trainers are out now. 4th and 10. BJ Ojulari, the one down.
In the Our Lady of the Lake Health tent.
Mm-hmm.
And he's dog limping. Let's see what happens.
Travis dodges Brooks there. And as he came in on the hit,
get pounded.
I don't really see what happened. Travis, yeah, he got hit hard. Ojulari just sitting on the bench for now, talking to the trainers. And Florida State is going to attempt a field goal.
Number 88, Smalls.
47-yarder.
And
No good, I think.
far right,
Yep, to the right.
Fitzgerald.
No good. LSU will remain up 3-0. And we'll see you guys next time. We might be doing more of these live commentaries in the future. Thanks for being here with